Hey everybody, welcome to KimmelsIrishPub.com. Time for another movie review. Tonight is Wind River. So it's starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. Seems pretty good because IMDb has it rated as an 8, and then Rotten Tomatoes critics have it at an 86% fresh, and users have it at a 92% fresh. So high expectations for this one. Basically, it is an FBI agent who is Elizabeth Olsen is joining with Jeremy Renner, who's some sort of tracker, local tracker, something like that, to help investigate a murder of a Native American woman on a Native American reservation. So don't know much. There's some past history that's involved in all of this that I will start watching and tell you all about at the first check-in. But that's as much as I know. It seems very interesting, especially when the scores are this high, so I'm pretty excited. So stick around, I'll let you know how it's going. Hey everybody, we're watching Wind River. We're at the 1 hour and 6 minute and 3 second mark. So you notice my check-ins are getting farther and farther apart, which I think is helpful, so it's not such a long review. But enough about that. The synopsis is still holding true. Elizabeth Olsen. So first of all, the Jeremy Renner is a tracker, wildlife tracker. Basically, he hunts coyotes and lions and stuff that in Wyoming. So he's protecting livestock and the community from these types of animals. So he's really good at tracking. And he's hunting a lion, and he finds a young Native American girl deceased in the snow. Obviously something bad happened, so they call in the FBI. That's Elizabeth Olsen, and she comes in, and so she needs some help. She's not really familiar with Wyoming and the snow and stuff like that. She's from Fort Lauderdale, stationed in Las Vegas, so she enlists him for help to help track and try and find what happened to this girl. And that's really what's going on here. And as I mentioned, there is a little bit of history, and I don't want to give too much away, but Jeremy Renner's character, he was married and had a son and daughter, and somehow his daughter had passed away, and that has broken up his family. So he is at least separated, if not divorced, from his wife. They still have their son, shared custody kind of thing. That all happens in the beginning, very early, so I'm not ruining anything for you there, but you can see his emotional attachment to the case at hand. I don't know if they're related in any case or in any way, and but the two of them are working together to try and figure out what happened here. Close-knit community. They have only 6 cops. Somewhere in Wyoming, I don't know, around Jackson Hole, but not Jackson Hole. And, without sharing too much more, because I do think that you have to witness this yourself and watch it. And there's not too much to give away, but I don't want to do that. So far, very good. I'm enjoying it. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds without giving any more information. But I'm going to go ahead and get back to it here. And I'll check in at the credits and give you my final thoughts. Alright, thanks. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Wind River, and this is tough. Great movie. I'll tell you right off the bat, I'm going with an 8. But it's hard for me to explain to you why. Not even with spoilers or things like that. I mean, it was a great movie. The scenery was amazing. I thought the acting was good. I know I don't normally talk about acting, but Jeremy Renner was incredible. And so was Elizabeth Olsen. I mean, it's not Avengers, and they don't play characters like that. It shows a little range. It shows Jeremy Renner as more of a cowboy in a sense, very soft-spoken. Not a lot of not a lot of lines for him. He's quiet in a sense, He's not a very talkative cowboy. And Elizabeth Olsen, as I mentioned, is like from the city, from Las Vegas, from Fort Lauderdale. She's a little bit out of her element, but they're trying to solve this thing. And it starts off as like a mystery, who did this and how does it all relate and stuff like that. And then it turns more into the retribution or, let's get revenge kind of thing. As I mentioned, his daughter, something happened to her along the way, and it kind of ties in a little bit. But it was really well done. A lot of times, like in movies like this, you think, oh, there's going to be, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but there's this big twist, and it's like, oh wow, how incredible, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and stuff like that, or cliffhangers or something like that. It wasn't there. That wasn't in this movie, but it kept you engaged the entire time. You know, following the entire trail of the mystery or the thriller, if you will. But then watching the actors portray their characters, I thought was great, and doing it in, you know, like I said, in Wyoming, it's in the snow, adds a different element to it. I don't know, I do. It was a great movie. Again, hard for me to explain, like, oh, you know, there's a big twist at the end or anything like that. There's no real twist or anything like that. Not that I don't think that's going to spoil it for you. Hope not. If I did, I apologize, but you know, that's not what the movie's about, I don't think. The movie's about, you know, like I said, retribution, and, you know, small-knit community who's dealing with tragedy and how do they overcome it, kind of thing. So, can't go into much more detail than what I've done. It's a great movie. You definitely have to watch it, and hopefully you get the same sense that I get. Great movie, but you don't know how to. I wouldn't know how to sell it to anybody else except for just watch it, check it out. It's worth the hour and 47 minutes, if not for the scenery, but for the acting. You know, the plot isn't anything crazy, but it hooks you. So watch it. Let me know what you think. Leave me some comments. Hopefully this is helpful to you, but strong recommendation. Going with an 8 from KimmelsIrishPub.com. See you next time.